turn this into a man.
So, and now we're here, and...
Hey team.
Rob is with me.
I'm here. The video can start now.
This is me trying to turn the thing into a man. So, the thing itself has this, like, insane proportion situation with everything very exaggerated toward the bottom.
You do like men with a good jawline.
It's true. It's true.
Nice chin.
So I wanted to capture that shape, though. And, the skull used to have, like, gems for eyes.
Yeah. They fell out.
Years
eventually.
ago, yeah. And that was just this gluey, gross, whatever.
You said that used to be a cell phone holder?
It was. It was a cell phone holder back when my cell phone could fit into it. Back when my cell phone was that thickness and that thinness at the same time.
Cell phones have changed.
Yeah, my current cell phone does not fit in this skull, and that's why he's being used as the hairstylist. I wanted him to still have the gems in his eyes, but, like, as glasses instead. And...
I'm a little jealous of his hair.
And because he now holds a scissors and a tweezers and a nail clipper, I was like, okay, so he's some kind of stylist.
Oh, lovely! He's got a customer.
Yeah. And a stylist needs someone to be styling.
Oh, okay. It's very Beetlejuice underworld.
Yeah. I don't know who this person is, but I like her, and she's very happy.
Yeah.
And I made the side of her face that doesn't really have, like, lips still also happy. That's not really how the face works. But,
yeah, it works for the cartoon.
yeah. She's thrilled. She's thrilled by whatever he's doing.
She's having a grand old time.
Yeah. Figure she's just sort of a ghoul, not necessarily, like, tortured soul or anything.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have a name, so sound off in the comments if you have an idea for names for either of these characters.
Who's your favorite Sex and the City character?
I never watched that.
Why is it Samantha?
Are you just saying that because it's the only name you know?
I don't know. I don't know who the Sex and the City.
Yeah, debated bangs, landed on bangs. I don't know. And the neck was looking a little vaginal, so... Or yawnic, I suppose. And so I do fix that. Made it a little more torn. Because...
She's all out of faith. This is how she feels.
And I need to do every little bit of spine, and then still gave him a turtleneck. Or, is that even a turtleneck? It's like a drapey... I don't know what's going on with this shirt.
I mean, he's got layers going on.
Yeah. I wanted him to be fashion.
It was originally a shirt for a snake, so it had a longer neck. But it falls down into a turtleneck.
Drawing this hand was so hard.
Bony hands are hard, because I'm not going to draw all the individual bones. I'm just going to draw it like it's a glove.
Yeah, hands to begin with are not the easiest. But, like, this is holding a pair of scissors, and I had to figure out where the scissors went in hands, and it just... it was a whole thing.
Gotta hands the scissors.
Yeah, so I don't know if this even... It makes sense enough so you can tell what's going on.
Yeah.
That's what mattered.
Yeah.
And I thought about painting his nails, like one chunk of finger a color, or, like, the top of the fingers, and ultimately I don't do that, but he almost had painted nails. I made this shelf so much more difficult than it needed to be. I did a whole video on perspective, and then I didn't do any of the things I said.
I think the perspective works.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot, thank you.
You see more of the top of the shelf as you go down, so, yeah. Gives you an idea what the eye line is.
Mostly I did. You could see for a second that I was trying to use a brush, but, like, can I just put books here? And the answer is no, I'm going to draw every object.
If he's a hairdresser, he's probably not running a library, too. That's too many things.
Also, I wanted to draw every single thing. And I just had to kind of... Well, what would he have?
It's a jar of teas.
Yeah, what kind of... They're not teas. They're...
They're razors, I know.
Like, son of a bitch.
Well, the classics, like, shaver thing. That's nice.
Yeah. Just trying to... What do I see at a hairstylist? Not that I've been to one in many, many moons, because you cut my hair.
You gotta have the jar of blue.
And I decided I wasn't going to color everything in the background. It's just going to be one solid color, because don't feel like doing that. And I don't know how I chose the colors for this. The color for him was easy, because that's the color of the object. Though not really this color. You'll see when I shade it that I make him a little more, like, greenish. And deciding her skin tone was really hard for me. And there's a chunk of face that is not the skin, but it's not necessarily bone because there's bone underneath it. So I don't know what this layer is supposed to be. It could have just been muscle, but I didn't do that.
She got torn apart through several layers, so, like,
Yeah.
she got peeled a little bit.
Yeah, so I did make some decisions on what that color would be, too. But I recognized that, like, she would have had, like, muscle on her face, and instead that's not how I color it at all. Because she's just, like, a ghoul thing.
Yeah.
So I decided she doesn't have to follow how it would make sense as a human.
Absolutely not.
The scissors change at some point, everything changes. But she likes pink. She's a girly girl. And she's gross in a delightful way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to show skull underneath whatever that is. I don't know what that is. She's got, like, an exoskeleton underneath her flesh or something. I don't know. Maybe she could have been, like, a broken doll situation.
Skin graft thing?
Yeah.
Someone else's flesh?
I like the gold scissors. I was pleased with them.
Yeah. It's looking good.
Well, thank you.
You do so good with colors. The scissors, the shine on the scissors is just amazing.
Thank you. And you have the black, I want to say smock? Would that be a smock? Apron? Apron.
Yeah.
It's a classic stylist look. And, yeah, me struggling with the yellow, because it's like, well, I want her to be a blonde, and then I need to make sure that the face isn't too pale, so the blonde stands out. It was a lot of balancing back and forth, trying to figure out what colors everything should be. And you see my background is just background.
You getting there.
And then doing the shading.
Yeah.
I like the way he specifically turns out. I probably could have done other things shading-wise with her, but
I like the way you've taken inspiration from, like, several things just, like, hanging around in your area. And you've created, like, this, like, morbid fantasy art piece.
Yeah, I'm surrounded by so many strange little guys.
Yeah.
Hey. I collect... You're a big guy.
The strange big guy, yeah.
Yeah. But I wanted to, the shading actually wound up reminding me of, like, old school computer games.
Yeah.
But just on him.
This would be in a point-and-click adventure game from, like, 97.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna be doing a point-and-click adventure game.
Yeah.
So
if I'm held to the standards of 97, I can make it much faster.
That's true. I wouldn't be like, that's fine, I'm doing the art for it.
Yeah, sure.
We could have him just, like, in a window. Not even interactable, just, like, he's just there. You just know that's what's going on.
It's one of those moon logic games.
Yeah. Because I like the idea that it's going to get more and more strange as you go deeper into Cornsbrook. Escape from Cornsbrook, that's the game we're talking about.
One of the many games we plan to make.
Yeah. I'm pleased with how that looks, the little bend in the elbow.
I mean, the shading on the shirt and everything.
Yeah. And I wanted her to be, like, delicate in comparison. So she's shaded a little differently.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to zoom in to get all the little bits of other color that isn't supposed to be in the other places.
Yeah. It looks really good.
She's got a little cleavage going on underneath the shirt. I don't know why it has that dip. That is not really how fabric works. But we're going with it. It's cartoon. It's fine.
We don't know what she's stuffing her bra with. There's a ferret in there moving around.
It's her pet. It's her emotional support ferret.
Yeah. That's just my sweater ferret.
Instead of sweater puppies.
Pokes out through the neck hole.
Yeah. Oh. No, I like the shading on the face here.
It looks really good.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I feel bad because like I just keep like going. It's really good. It's really good. It's really good. But like like I have no critiques. I think the textures are all really nice. I think the shading's all really nice. Yeah. I think the inspiration is just shows your creativity.
Thank you. I'm gonna have to
shading the ferrets.
I'm gonna have to pick up more
highlighting the ferrets rather. You're on highlights.
I'm gonna pick up more random objects from like my desk, and I'm gonna draw more critters.
There they are.
The final piece.
She got her new do. She's going to the sock hop with Bobby.
Mm-hmm. Bobby's the only one with a name. That's very funny.
Yeah, he's not even in the picture. It's like, who's Bobby?
No. So, tell us in the comments what these two characters should be named.
Yeah, tell us their names. Tell us who Bobby is.
Mm-hmm. And what Bobby is. Is he also a thing?
What sort of creature is that?
Yeah. So I'm happy. I'm happy with how this turned out.
Slow zoom as he stares into your soul. Wom, 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 wom. Like and subscribe.
I think he'll probably wind up in a game somewhere.
Probably.
Because I just like him.
I just think he's neat.
Yeah.
Potato.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. See you next video. Rock on.
Bye-bye. I waved. You can't see me wave, but I did.